Rakati Yahweh, Rakati Yahweh Shai, Rakati Yahweh, Rakati Yahweh Shai, Rakati Yahweh, Rakati Yahweh Shai. Call Layim La Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bashim Kakodash. Shalom Lahabakariim, Shalom Yasharala. All right. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. All right. And if you paying attention to the news outlets, the various news outlets, they there's a lot of natural disasters going on, or unnatural. Nonetheless, it's all orchestrated by Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, back to back earthquakes, but then, you got this thing called the Ring of Fire, which is spread from the west coast of America and Babylon to Asia, the Pacific, through the Pacific, all the way around to the other side of the continent, or the other side of the earth, Salakia. Okay, talking about Asia, Europe, those little islands, you know, I want to call them the Southeast Asian islands, and so on and so forth in that direction. And and they all aligning, okay. And you talk about volcanoes as well. We got these floods. It's a lot of stuff going on right now in the earth. And just so people are aware, it's when specific members of the elect start to speaking, these things start to turning up. All right, through the spirit. Okay, because a lot of people, they have been speaking. They haven't changed their tone. They haven't changed what they've been speaking on and saying and prophesying. But the Lord said He was going to pour His Spirit upon all flesh. So whether you are the elect or not, you're going to do His will regardless. All right. So none of us are in such a high estate as in that we over the jurisdiction of the Lord, because we're not. Okay. So the Lord will use whatever He want to get His point across. And the scriptures say that He could even use the rocks if He needed to. All right. So we have no need to be high-minded and higher than what we ought to be. Jake, humility before honor, Jake. I had to reiterate that from another lesson I did. Humility before honor, okay? Matthew 24:9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. Right? Con. Because the love of many is waxing cold. So Jake, Salakia, we going through these curses. We in a cursed land amongst cursed people with spirits and all kind of like fallen energy, fallen angels, if you will. We in a certain state. We're in a state of affliction. All right. But these are signs of the times that we was approaching the end. All right. Matthew 24:11, and many false prophets shall arise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. I just said that. All right. And that's exactly what's happening. The love of many waxing cold. The hate meter is turned all the way up in this world right now, this society specifically. Because the average Babylonian is very prideful, and then the tribes, they follow right behind everybody else. So they even got this thing, this superiority complex, which is folly, which is madness. Because here we are in our yet this day in our captivity, but we think that we we resting on our laurels, okay, at our achievements. Like we feel like we have come far, and in so many ways we have, but not through no carnality, man, but through the spirit, because we didn't know who we were. We didn't know the whole meaning behind why we was in this place, going through what we have been going through. But these were prophesied because we didn't stick to the script, all right? And the script is the scriptures. But I'm gonna keep going. Matthew 24 and 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken of by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whoso readeth, let him understand. Okay. Then let them which be in Judea flee into the mountains. Let him which is on the housetop not come down to take anything out of his house. Neither let him which is in the field return back to take his clothes. All right, because you don't want to go back into a place where it's going to be judged. You don't know what's going to be in the place once you leave. You know, marauders. You know, this place is going to turn into Mad Max style, okay? Verse 19, and woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, all right? As in the days of Noah's, married and given into marriage, all right? And that's what people doing still to this day. But what the prophet Paul said, the apostle Paul said, it's better that you be not married if you're not. You know, if you burning, sure. But woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days, all right? Because we know what happened once you get to marry, all right? Verse 20, but pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day, okay? Because those are heavy afflicted times. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days should be shortened. Let me read 21 again. For then shall there be great tribulation. Great tribulation. Not just tribulation is trouble, but great trouble. Okay? Such as not since the beginning of the world to this time. Nor, no, nor ever shall be. So this is never going to be another time like what's about to happen here. And so you see the uproars of the people, the wars and the rumors of wars, and earthquakes and pestilences. All these things are a sign of the end times, and the Lord coming to deliver the elect. All right. Verse 22, and except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. Before the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. And as if you've been paying attention, or any amount of attention to detail, you would notice that a week is going by, I feel like 2-3 days. All right. In a couple weeks is like a week, if a week. Like I just remember 2 Sundays ago, like it was nothing. Okay? It said, except those days should be shortened, and except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. All right? And that's what's happening. The Lord is saving the elect. So all of these offenses and you know, what come out of people's mouth and the things they say and they do, it's almost time to take account for that. All right. 2 Timothy, the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, troublesome times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, right? And so people that they know the spirit in them know what's good and know who's good. And they're going to hate them, like what the scripture said. The Lord said it, like, If you of the world will love its own. Okay, so if they don't love you, what do they do? They hate you. They despise you, man. Despisers of those that are good. Verse 4: traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High. All right, these are those that the Lord detests to, man. Or we gonna judge if they don't repent, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. Okay, so that's actually going applying to people that's in the truth, or quote unquote in the truth. Because in order for you to technically be in the truth, you got to be of the elect. So you could be doing a job of the elect and not be the elect. Like the Lord just using you, man. He said he gonna pour his spirit on all flesh. So if he just need a job for you to do, that's what you gonna do, man. And he gonna dispose of you. All right? That's just what it is. Jake, you don't gotta like it, but y'all not the author of the scriptures. Okay? It's not y'all story, man. You don't create the elect. You don't make the elect. The Lord formed the elect, man. In their prospective mother's wombs. All right? The book of Luke. Somebody always trying to stare, man. Whatever you do, don't come around here, bro. You can have a problem on your hands, my friend. The book of Luke, chapter 21. And let me see. And this is reiterating what Matthew 24 was speaking on. Luke 21:7. And they asked him, saying, Master, well, when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name. Right? Many people going to speak like they are the Yahushua Hamashiach, saying, I am Hamashiach, I am Christ, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. You see? So people gonna be getting deceived by people saying that they come in the name of the Lord. All right? But if you got eyes to see and ears to hear, you discerning their spirits, you're going to know who is them. Okay? And specifically some of our lives, that's a gift of ours, man. We can see who you are, man. Even if you speak, you could speak to 1,000 people speaking on who you think you are. And you can still be seen through, man. Luke 21:7. And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and Hamashiach, Yahushai, and the time draweth near, go ye not therefore after them. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom. As you see, you know, certain countries, they break the truce that they had in agreement like it's nothing. And they go right back to war. Okay? Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Verse 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. All right, we just seen what happened. Venezuela got hit with 2 of those 7-pointers. Okay? And then across Babylon, across I think it's Japan. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilences and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. All right. I'm gonna jump down to 25. And there shall be signs in the sun, in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roar. All right. Jump down again to verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. And that's what we're seeking for, all right? Because without that, we're a part of the 2/3 club. We're a part of the judgment, all right? Barakath Yahweh, Barakath Yahweh Shai. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Kakadash. Barakatham, Shalom.